Hey everyone, so today this video is going to be about Prince, but before I get into that, I do want to go ahead and say thank you to everyone who has been subscribing to the channel, leaving feedback, also sharing and liking the videos. I really appreciate it. You guys really don't understand how much I really appreciate it. I didn't even think that this channel would take off as quick as it did, but I am happy that I can open some eyes and make people aware of some of the things that they may have not been aware of, or they were just turning a side eye to. So I'm glad to see that some people are leaving feedback and just waking up for real. So before I get into the video, I am going to say that I am working on doing a giveaway. So I haven't really put it into play yet, but that is something that I am working on. So look out for that in the future. So, yes, to give background about Prince, he was born Prince Rogers Nelson. He was born June 7th, 1958. He is an American singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, record producer, and he is an actor. So he was known for his flamboyancy and his wide vocal range, which included a far-reaching falsetto and high-pitched screams. Prince pioneered the Minneapolis sound, and music incorporated a wide variety of styles, include funk, R&B, rock, new wave, soul, synth pop, pop, jazz, and hip hop. He often played most of or all of the instruments on his recordings. Prince sold over 150 million records worldwide, ranking him among the best-selling music artists of all time. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2004, the UK Music Hall of Fame in 2006, and the Rhythm and Blues Music Hall of Fame in 2016. Born and raised in Minneapolis, Minnesota, Prince signed a recording contract with Warner Bros. Records at the age of 19, and released the albums For You in 1978 and Prince in 1979. He went on to achieve critical success with the innovative albums Dirty Mind, which was released in 1980, Controversy, which was released in 1981, and the song 1999, which was released in 1982. His sixth album, Purple Rain, which was released in 1984, was recorded with his backup band, The Revolution, and was the soundtrack to his film acting debut of the same name. Purple Rain spent 6 consecutive months atop the Billboard 200. Prince won the Academy Award for Best Original Song Score. After disbanding the Revolution, Prince went on to achieve continued critical success with Sign No, The Times in 1987. He released 39 albums during his life. That's crazy. That's a lot of albums. That's a lot of albums. So it was said that he was really releasing like a album every year, when they really don't even release albums that often. Not every year. It's like every couple of years or every whatever. But I know they don't release an album every year. So he also formed a band in 1975 called 94 East. Prince released Purple Rain the movie in 1984. He also released a soundtrack which sold 13 million copies in the U.S. and spent 24 consecutive weeks at number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart. Prince released songs such as When Doves Cry, Purple Rain, 1999, Kiss, Batman, and Emancipation. So over the years, and he did a lot, and he did more than this. This is just what I, wrapped up and put together, but he did way more than this. So in 1993, during negotiations regarding the release of the Gold Experience, a legal battle ensued between Warner Bros. And Prince over the artistic and financial control of his musical output. During the lawsuit, Prince appeared in public with the word slave written on his cheek. He explained that he had changed his name to an unpronounceable symbol to emancipate himself from his contract with Warner Bros., and that he had done it out of frustration because he felt his own name belonged to the company. So he really didn't have ownership of his name. So he decided to change his name to something else because he didn't have ownership. So, free of any further contractual obligations to Warner Bros., Prince attempted a major comeback later that year with the release of Emancipation, a 36-song, 3 CD set. Each disc was exactly 60 minutes long. So y'all see, if y'all notice all of these 3s and 6s and all of this other stuff. Maybe it's just me, but I'm just pointing it out. The album was released via his own MPG Records with distribution through EMI. To publish his songs on Emancipation, Prince did not use controversy music, which he had used for all of his records since 1981, but rather used Emancipation Music Incorporation. He signed with Arista Records in 1988. One more love. In 1998, and began referring himself by his own name again in 2000. Rave Unto the Joy Fantastic. A few months later, Warner Bros. Had also released a Vault Friends for Sale, a collection of unreleased material recorded by Prince throughout his career. So basically, they still had, even though he was no longer under the contract of Warner Bros., they still basically owned his name, his music, and they were still releasing stuff like throughout the time that he was with Arista Records. So, yeah, he went through a lot, and I posted some pictures up to show you how he had the word slave on the side of his face. So I'm about to go over his relationships that he was in, because he was in quite a few relationships. And not only that, he was with a lot of young women. So, and I'm not speaking like young women as in 22, 23. It was younger than that. And even when he was older, like in his 50s, he was still dating women in their early 20s, which is weird for me when men do that, or weird to me when men do that. I don't know if it's weird to other people, but yeah. So some of the women that he dated is Sheila E., Kim Basinger, Madonna, Karma Electra, Nona Gay, which is Marvin Gaye's daughter, dancer Misty Copeland, and Bria Vellante. So that's just to name some of the few. But let's see, my bad, y'all. I'm trying to do something, because I'm trying to go over some of the relationships that were like mainstream to where they were like actual, like, real relationships. And some of the women that he was in a relationship with was underage. So let me see. I'm sorry, y'all. So he met Mete, I'm not gonna butcher her name, Garcia, a backup dancer and singer. First met Prince when she was 16 years old. 6 years later, in 1996, she married him on Valentine's Day. He was 37 while she was 22. Following their wedding, Garcia became pregnant. The most profound thing has happened to me is the way I view women now, Prince told ET in 1997. Going through my wife's pregnancy had a really powerful effect on me. It just gave me the utmost respect for all women. In her memoir, The Most Beautiful, My Life with Prince, Garcia wrote that she was in awe of her husband when their son was born. Pure joy, pure love, pure gratitude. I've seen his face as he scored platinum albums and received the highest awards in the industry. None of that compared to the look I saw on his face in this moment when he became a father. However, their baby boy died 7 days after birth from Pfeiffer syndrome, a rare skull defect that causes pressure on the brain. And then they held the baby up in the glare of those harsh lights. The pure elation on my husband's face turned to pure terror, Garcia explained. There was only an instant affair, and the next instant we became parents. Our love for him embraced everything he was. Prince met Manuela Testolini when she was 24 years old and he was 43. She worked for his charity, which was called Love for One Another. They got married in 2001 and they later divorced in 2006 per Miss Testolini. He also dated Vanity, which is known for the hit single Nasty Girl that was released in 1982. That song was produced by Prince and performed by Vanity Six, which was an all-girl group that was fronted by Vanity. She later toured with the pop legend, and the pair appeared on the cover of Rolling Stone together in 1983. Vanity also helped write the script to Purple Rain and was supposed to play lead role, but was replaced by Apollonia Cotero after their breakup. The duo met at the American Music Awards in 1980, with Prince later calling her at 3 a.m. The pair dated for several months, and he eventually invited her to Minneapolis to front the racy all-girl group he was forming. They separated in 1983. Vanity battled cocaine addiction for 10 years, and she was also experienced kidney problems. She later died in February 2016 due to renal failure, and that was just 3 months before Prince had passed away. So that's just a red flag to me. So she passed away in February of 2016, and Prince passed away in April of 2016. So he also dated Apollonia during their Purple Rain time. It is not clear when their relationship began or ended, as he was dating another one of the stars of Purple Rain during the making of the film. Her name is Susan Moonsie. She was a teenager at the time and had been a member of Vanity Six, later joining Apollonia Six and ended her relationship with Prince in 1983 or 1984, possibly because he began dating Susanna Melvoin. So Prince was dating a lot of women, and he was dating a lot of underage women. It was also said that he was a mentor for Danny Lay. If you guys don't know, Danny Lay is the baby's child mother. He began mentoring her in 2011 until he passed away. She worked on one of his music videos, which is Breakfast Can't Wait. She was at 18 at the time, which they say, but you never know with these celebrities. They be messing with these girls way younger than that and then making them known when they turn 18. She also did an impersonation of Prince, but I posted those pictures so you guys can see it because it's kind of weird. So my time throughout telling you guys about Prince and just noticing that it's so many sixes and threes within everything that he had going on. Even his son was born October 16th, 2016, and they were saying that he died some articles were saying that he died 6 days later. Some articles were saying that he died 7 days later due to mental disabilities. So let me see. So before Prince had passed away, he was in a relationship with Judith Glory Hill. She is a talented singer and songwriter and his much younger lover, which was never an issue in their romance. Shortly after Prince died, the celebrity's much younger girlfriend made some shocking revelations, emphasizing that the fact that she had a great relationship with the performer but was kept in the dark about his pain. These two became serious with their relationship in 2014. They began dating after Prince noticed her. She had granted an interview during her time on the singing competition The Voice and gushed about working with the iconic musician. They eventually became lovers. After Prince's death, Hill explained that during his final days, her boyfriend had complained about his boring life and how empty he felt after his final concert following his previous overdose episode. So this is just what one of the articles is stating, and this is from what his girlfriend at the time had said. But me personally, I feel like when your partner is in pain, when your partner is going through something, like that's just something that or you can feel. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. But Prince would later pass out that night, prompting his crew and girlfriend to make an emergency landing in Moline, Illinois, as there was nothing that could revive him on the plane. When they landed, the singer was restored with Narcan and felt better after some visitors like Janelle Monáe, visited him. So I'm going to do a video on her too. Sadly, within a week of the incident, Prince was confirmed dead with an autopsy that pointed towards an accidental overdose of opioids painkillers. Judith Hill is very involved with the entertainment industry and has been interested in pursuing a career in the industry for a long time. She has a catalog of achievements and is a star in her own right. So I don't know if that was a setup, if they placed them together, because if you guys don't notice, a lot of these celebrities and movie stars and athletes, they are placed together. And it's for the image, it's for marketing, it's just basically to sell and to throw us off because it's fake. Like, a lot of them don't really be together. It's not genuine. It's something that the industry is doing to make money off of them. So I don't know if that was the case with him and Judith, but yeah, that's just me. So let me know what you guys think about this video so far. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. So I'm going to read another article that spoke about his death. Okay, so this article says Prince saw Michael T. Scullenberg, a Twin City specialist in family medicine, on April 7, 2016, and again on April 20 of 2016. On April 7th, he postponed 2 performances at the Fox Theater in Atlanta from his piano and a microphone tour. The venue released a statement saying he had the flu. He rescheduled and performed what was to be his final show on April 14th. Despite still not feeling well, while flying back to Minneapolis early the next morning, he became unresponsive, and his private jet made an emergency landing at Quad City International Airport in Moline, Illinois, where he was hospitalized and received Naloxone, a medication used to block the effects of opioids, especially following an overdose. Once he became conscious, he left against medical advice. Representatives said he suffered from dehydration and had influenza for several weeks. He made a few appearances and ran a few errands, stating that he was fine. On April 19th, he attended a performance by singer Liz Wright at the Dakota Jazz Club. On April 20 of 2016, Prince representatives called Howard Cornfield, a California specialist in addiction medicine and pain management, to seek medical help for the star. Cornfield scheduled to meet with him on April 22nd, and he contacted a local physician who cleared his schedule for a physical exam. On April 21st at 9:43, the Carver County Sheriff's Office received a 911 call requesting an ambulance be sent to Prince's home at Paisley Park. The caller initially told the dispatcher that an unidentified person at the home was unconscious, then moments later said he was dead, and finally identified the person as Prince. The caller was Cornfield's son, who had flown in that morning to devise a treatment plan for opioid addiction. Emergency responders found Prince unresponsive in an elevator and performed CPR, but a paramedic said he was already dead for at least 6 hours, and they were unable to revive him. They pronounced him dead at 10:07, 19 minutes after their arrival. There were no signs of suicide or foul play. A press release from the Midwest Medical Examiner's Office in Anoka County on June 2nd stated that the musician had died of an accidental overdose of fentanyl at the age of 57. So that's one thing that I forgot to mention to you guys, that not only did he die at 57, but Vanity died at the age of 57 as well. So that raises a red flag as well. So, following an autopsy performed by Dr. Quinn Strobe, his remains were cremated. On April 26, 2016, Prince's sister and only full sibling, Tika Nelson, filed court documents in Carver County to open a probate case, stating that no will had been found. As of his death, the twice-divorced Prince was neither married nor to have fathered any surviving children. Under Minnesota law, in the absence of a will, this meant that in addition to his full sister, Prince's 5 half-siblings also had a claim to an estate totaling millions of dollars in cash, as well as real estate, stocks, and cars. Within 3 weeks of his death, 700 people claimed to be half siblings or descendants. Bremer Trust was given temporary control of his estate. Prince's ashes were placed into a custom 3D print urn shaped like the Paisley Park estate. The urn was placed on display in the atrium of the Paisley Park complex in October 2016. As of April 2019, no additional estate claimants were recognized by the courts besides Prince's full sister and 5 siblings or half siblings. However, they haven't seen a penny of the inheritance. So, the way he died, the way they, from his girlfriend saying something totally different than what the article that I just read said, it's too many inconsistencies with his death. And the fact that he died in the elevator after he made a song about it. I don't know if you guys read the lyrics, Let's Go Crazy, but it says, "Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word life. It means forever, and that's a mighty long time, but I'm here to tell you there's something else, the afterworld, a world of never-ending happiness. You can always see the sun day or night. So when you call up that shrink in Beverly Hills, you know the one, Dr. Everything will be all right. Instead of asking him how much of your time is left, ask him how much of your mind, baby. Because in this life, things are much harder than in the afterworld. In this life, you are on your own. And if the elevator tries to bring you down, go crazy, punch a higher floor. If you don't like the world you're living in, take a look around you. At least you got friends." You see, I called my old lady. I'm sorry, y'all, because these lyrics is just crazy. For a friendly word, she picked up the phone, dropped it on the floor. Is all I heard. So if y'all go listen to that song, Go Crazy, the way I'm reading it, the way he's singing it sound way different than when I'm reading it. So go look up those lyrics. It's crazy that he said something about an elevator and it was trying to bring you down, and they said he was found in the elevator. So yeah, there's a lot of inconsistencies with his death. You guys let me know what you think about this video. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Another thing that I wanted to point out is that him and his wife also, after their son died, she ended up getting pregnant again and then had a miscarriage. So I'd be thinking that some of this stuff just be sacrifices. And I feel like Prince took that death of his son hard because he knew that it was a sacrifice. And that's just me personally. I don't know what you guys think, if you guys think any differently, but I just feel like that death was a sacrifice. And I feel like Vanity was a sacrifice as well. It's just a coincidence that they died at the same age, 3 months apart, and yeah. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Yes, also let me know what I could do better. Like I said, I am working on making my content better. So I really appreciate you guys for giving me feedback. Thank you, and have a good day.
The United States of the red, white, and blue. And we live in a place now that feels just about like a plantation. We're all indentured servants. When I found out there were 8 presidents before George Washington, I wanted to smack somebody. I wanted to know why I was taught otherwise. Just tell me the whole story. I'll fill in the blanks, but don't tell me something that you think I'm supposed to know.
We're indentured servants and we got a black president now?
Well, I don't vote. I have nothing to do with it. I got no dog in that race.
And for those who would cuss me out and slap me in person if I didn't ask you why?
Well, the reason why is because I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and we've never voted. And that's not to say that I don't think Barack Obama, President Obama, is a very smart individual, and he seems like he means well. Prophecy is what we all have to go by.
Okay. What about Prince?
Man, Prince had it coming. The devil came and collected, period.
Prince had it come and the devil came and collected. What was he collecting?
His nigga, what he signed? What did they sign over?
Oh, so you're saying that Prince signed a
I'm
deal?
not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm telling you facts.
Okay.
I'm not saying. I'm telling you facts. No, I'm telling you straight facts. He knew what he was doing when he was pacing.
Pacing.
Yeah, he was pacing outside. What was it, Walmart or Target? Come on, man, you gotta look at that shit. That nigga know.
Yeah, but wasn't he outside? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
people know when it's time.
Why would Prince go to Walmart?
That part.
That part.
Why would Kardashians get robbed? That part. It's the abnormal shit that, I'm like, Dave Chappelle, I put together the dots and shit that shouldn't be put together. You know what I mean?
So you think it's a conspiracy?
Nah, I ain't conspiracy. It is what it is. Them niggas getting over. The same thing they been doing.
Yeah. I don't know though. I mean, staging a robbery?
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. Are you a Mason or something?
No.
Okay, well, I'm telling you what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can run from the situation or question the truth, or you can take that like everybody else over here. There's some real niggas they laughing. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? It just makes sense. You know what I mean? It's certain shit just make. I'm not gonna put nothing on nobody or try to throw nothing on nobody that don't make sense. Or you know what I'm saying? If it stick, then goddamn it, look. If it stick, then you must have quit.
Right. If it don't fit, then you must have quit.
Yeah. I said if it stick.
If it
You know what I
stick,
mean? Yeah, I don't
you
want them
must
to
have
say
quit.
it.
Who have you felt most often like in the ring fighting the record industry? Like Jack or the opponent?
Oh, like Jack.
Like Jack?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Well, because I knew I was right. We talked about this in our very first interview and conversation together. It's obvious now that artists are supposed to own their master recordings. I mean, in the future, it'll be unconscionable to even think you can take somebody's creation and claim ownership of it. See, unfortunately, this discussion is going to start to barrel into a discussion about the human genome and the DNA and all the rest of it. When it gets there, then we're going to be in the deep water. See, so it's better to start the conversation now before we get into God talk,
There are 4 songs that I want to ask you about, and I did what I have never done before, which is to actually print these lyrics out. Some of them, I'm since the record is so new, I'm learning some of them. I got some of them memorized.
Who gave you the lyrics, though? I've seen some really strange rewrites of my stuff.
Well,
I've seen one time they said the lyrics to When Doves Cry was, dig if you will the picture of me, Marvin Gaye, and the kids.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
And then there was another one. This person will go unnamed.
Yes.
She didn't speak the English language too good.
Right.
She had a really cute daughter, so that's why we was acquaintances.
Yeah.
But she swore up and down, Little Red Corvette was pay the rent, collect.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
So you need to let me check that.
Yeah.
person.
I'm a fast learner, so I'm not going to read none of these on the air. I'm just going to ask you about the songs and about the lyrical content. And for those who don't have the record, you can go to lotusflower.com and get it. And follow along at home, even if you're 2 or 3 days late, you can play this back and follow along. In no particular order, since we mentioned Dreamer first, tell me about Dreamer.
Oh, well, when I saw the State of the Black Union, Dick Gregory really moved me and a lot of my friends. I show it to everybody that comes over the house, especially white folks, because they need to hear that, so that they know more about all of us. Because what he said affects all of us. He said something that really hit home about this phenomena of chemtrails. And, when I was a kid, I used to see these trails in the sky all the time. And so, oh, that's cool. A jet just went over. And then you started to see a whole bunch of them. And next thing you know, everybody in your neighborhood was fighting and arguing, and you didn't know why. Okay? And you really didn't know why. I mean, everybody was fighting. So he started riffing about the chemtrails. And he started to say things that hit home so hard. And I would recommend that everybody try to get what he said online or wherever, and try to get a copy of it and just listen to it. Because I was so moved that I had to write the song.